Hello and welcome to CT Office Notes 2.2 tutorial video entitled Subjective Screen. If you'll note, we had just finished in our last video the Health History section tab at the top, and we had filled in the different selections that we had for our client Joe. What we're going to do now is move to the Subjective screen, and all we do here is press the tab. It becomes highlighted underneath, and we have our next screen titled Subjective. What we get in the Subjective section is our client's current symptoms and whether they have been improved, unchanged, or worsening. Also his current supplement and drug usage, as well as his current diet, current personal habits, Bristol scale presently, Rome criteria chart for constipation, also noted as presently, current frequency of bowel movement, which was different than our health history where we had long-term bowel movements. So for example, what this screen is doing for us is telling us what our client Joe has at this moment compared to what he used to have in the past. So even though his past health history, as we'll go back to it here, shows candida, asthma, chronic constipation, skin rash, and ulcers, what we see in Subjective is he's coming in to see us only right now for constipation, and that is his current symptom. We're not going to choose improved, unchanged, or worsening yet because this is his first visit. We also might note that in his long-term history he was taking different types of vitamins, drugs, or supplements, but we want to know what he's currently taking, and he tells us he's currently taking multivitamins, laxatives, and cleanses. In his current diet, we're going to choose balanced diet, as he has told us, but he's also telling us that he might be consuming, for example, a lot of black tea and a lot of coffee. He might now currently be on a mild alcohol use under personal habits as opposed to prior, where he noted that he denied alcohol use, and now he's starting to do that. Again, we have here the Bristol scale, type 2. We could choose Rome criteria chart as a type 2, and his current frequency of bowel movement might only be, let's say, 2 times per week, as opposed to in his long-term history, which was 7 times per week. Let's go back and take a look at that, so we can see a comparison between long-term and what he's currently experiencing. This will appear that way in his office note. In addition, we have include comments. The way this works, and I noticed when you hover over it, it said fields hold comments, checkbox to include comments in note. So what happens is we might make a notation in this area that we feel doesn't apply to any of the other screens that we have, but under Subjective. So we might say client notes symptoms are constant, as opposed to being an intermittent type thing. And maybe we might even want to add to that constant and rated as a 7 out of 10. So that gives you more information that you might need to add. Any other additional findings you want to, you can include in here. Now, this comment will not be included in the office note until we check include comment. Once that happens, now whatever is written in this field will then appear along with all this other information. As we note, it will turn all of this information that you have checked off into sentences that read very well and are part of a complete office note that will include health history, subjective, objective, assessment, and plan section. This concludes our section of CT Office Notes 2.2 tutorial video entitled Subjective. The next one will cover the objective screen. As always, if you have any questions, please give us a call. Thank you.